Invited Coop as well. Coop, any observations?
Well, as you know, I know quality because I used to work at Olive Garden.
That's right.
So I wrote a couple notes.
Oh, he wrote notes.
It was the big MJ Morning Show year-end holiday get-together at my house. We'll have to make this a tradition, but I don't know.
Oh, so fun.
This could be the last year. I don't know. So Saturday night, we have a little party at the house, and I've been touting my amazing Pomodoro sauce. You know, I've had dozens and dozens of people saying they can't wait to hear the review about my Pomodoro sauce. I got one individual that hit me up on my Instagram comments and said, if I hear about your damn sauce one more time. I had a lady that said that she actually had to change the station because she didn't want to hear about my damn sauce anymore.
All right.
Who brought the sauce?
I brought the sauce.
Who made the sauce?
I made the sauce.
What's in the sauce?
I am the sauce.
I thought it was a great time. Saturday night, I made spaghetti. I made a great Italian bronze die cut. I used the Rusticella d'Abruzzo pasta, which is the real deal, not, crappy American brands, but real Italian air-dried bronze die-cut spaghetti with my famous San Marzano, certified San Marzano sauce, which I cooked for hours on end, and the sauce was, I thought, incredible. And then, of course, my homemade ice cream at the end. So I'd like to just go around the room and just get reviews from the crew. This is going to be unfettered. I'm not going to interfere. I want to hear the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm not coaxing. I'm not prodding anybody. I will start with Roxanne. Roxanne, you're up first. Can I get a review of the MJ Morning Show party at my house on Saturday night?
The sauce, the meatballs, the ice cream, outstanding. And you kept talking about the sauce in advance, talking about how it like clings to the pasta.
Yes.
And I didn't know why that mattered or if that was really going to be the case. And it was like the noodles were like clothes out of the dryer, staticky clothes out of the dryer, and then the pasta sauce was like dryer sheets. That's how much it clung, and it was delicious.
Well, that's the beauty. That's why you got to get good Italian bronze. You want to look for bronze die cut pasta because it's a rougher surface, and the sauce sticks to your pasta better. And I toss it up good. So a lot of hype on the sauce, and you think that the sauce lived up to the hype?
Absolutely lived up to it. I also want to talk about the gifts, the white elephant, but I'm going to defer to Fester because I think he's going to really talk about that well. But they were very karmic gifts. Everybody got what they deserved.
Yeah, we played the white elephant game because Kim, Froggy's wife, she got with Michelle and organized this whole white elephant gift-giving thing.
Pretty fun, huh?
All right, so you give me good marks on the food?
Yes, fantastic marks on the food. I also give you guys really high marks on your wives. Like, they're so hot, I can't believe you are with all of them.
Wait a minute, what?
You attracted to Michelle? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I don't believe that you're with all of them.
You're saying we're ugly?
I'm thinking they're with you against their will.
You're saying we're gross?
What do you think? It's like Stockholm Syndrome?
So I gave
It's actually true. You're right.
So
Roxanne.
We got to go. Kim's got to get put her in the shed.
Our wives are all Stockholm Syndromed up good? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I was going to ask them to all blink 3 times, but I know they're not in consensual relationships.
Is everything okay?
So you know what I did? I gave each of them a weapon. Because I gave Michelle that bread that I brought you. I mean, that's like about 1,000-pound bread. She could whack you over the head and then eat the bread and there'd be no murder weapon.
Yeah, Roxanne brought me some kind of Hungarian loaf, and these things were like 15-pound dumbbells each.
One of the ingredients is cinder block?
No, cement. Yeah.
How dense is the bread?
I don't know, but these were the densest pieces of bread I've ever had in my life. Hey, I took a picture. And it is up on my Insta. And again, I encourage all of our listeners to follow my personal Insta account. So I'm Certified Todd Schnitt on Instagram. Give me a follow. Plus, the whole family, we're heading over to London and Scotland next weekend. And I'm going to be putting a bunch of stuff up on my Insta while we're on Christmas break and getting Chloe over there because she's doing a 3-week kind of in between class. She's doing an English essay class in London. So that's why we're going out to London, because we're going to bring Chloe for her class and then dump her off after we do vacation as a family. So on my Insta, I took a picture of us in my backyard on my back lanai with our whole table set up, and you can see the spaghetti and meatballs, and everyone's looking at the camera. I'm behind the camera, so you don't see me. And Froggy, during the picture, Froggy's face is jammed in the bowl of pasta.
Yeah, I don't remember. How did that happen?
Everyone else is looking at the camera. I'm like, okay, everyone, here we go. And then you're just shoveling spaghetti into your face.
I was so hungry, and it was, Well,
hold on. It's not your turn yet. So hold on to your thoughts. But if you want to see the image, you want to see the picture of all of us in my backyard, just go to my Insta, Certified Todd Schnitt. Give me a follow, folks. And again, you never know what's going to pop up. Certified, then TODDSCHN, as in November, ITT, Certified Todd Schnitt. That's me. And then, Coop, you can also grab the picture and put it up on our website at mjmorningshow.com. Also, before I move on to Fester, I want to point out that the pasta sauce recipe, my Pomodoro recipe, it is on my Insta. So at Certified Todd Schnitt, if you look at the pictures of me making the sauce, I did attach the whole recipe onto my Insta description. So it is there on my Insta. All right, Fester, it is your turn. Can I get a review of the MJ Morning Show spaghetti and meatball dinner Saturday night?
As far as the food goes, the food was excellent. Salad was a little radishy for my taste.
What do you mean radishes?
There was a lot of radishes.
There was not a lot of
It was
radishes.
oh my God, there were more radishes. You broke the mandolin cutting those radishes.
No. Well, the radishes are more garnishy, and if you didn't want the radishes, then throw the radishes aside.
Okay, by the time I got there, it was like radishes and like one sprig of lettuce, but it was fine.
No.
The radishes were radishes.
All right, and?
I didn't notice. I thought it was just all salad.
What do you think those big white things were on the top that nobody was picking?
Salad.
Radishes. The pasta was excellent. The pasta was great.
Thank you very much.
Really was great. No, all king aside.
Sauce good?
Sauce was wonderful. The meatballs are very good.
Yes.
So the food was fantastic.
The meatballs were a combination of ground beef, veal, and pork. So it was a 3-meat meatball. And then the secret recipe. You know what the secret recipe is in the meatballs?
Oh, yeah. Every Italian grandmother knows what the secret recipe is.
What is it?
Spit.
It's ricotta cheese.
Ooh,
yeah,
really?
So you put ricotta in the meatball mix.
You got to add a little of the saliva as well.
With the breadcrumbs and the spices and everything, you put some ricotta in there.
Watch how I do. I add the finishing touch. There
Please.
you go. Now it's ready to eat.
Mix of
Mamma
the meat.
mia.
You haka the loogie.
Please stop. Stop.
It needs a little more flavor.
By the way, those meatballs were made with NSF certified food service gloves. By the way, those meatballs were all formed.
NSF certified.
I think I tasted the NSF.
Yeah, I was hoping to get a trace of what was under your fingernails. So
No.
I'm glad you used the gloves.
Food service gloves were used in the handling and preparation of all of the food. Did you say that Allison, she brought home a container of spaghetti? So I had leftover spaghetti, and we have some of those plastic, Chinese takeaway containers, with the black or the white containers, the rectangular ones with the clear lid.
So toward the end of the meal, Michelle comes out with a recycled, repurposed Chinese food container full of the spaghetti. And last night, Allison's dinner was...
Allison took home a whole takeaway of the spaghetti.
Yeah.
I didn't get any spaghetti.
It was like an 8-inch by 5-inch Chinese food carton packed with spaghetti. Allison's dinner last night was her standing in front of the refrigerator, eating it out of the carton or out of the case, mumbling how delicious it is.
So she couldn't even take time to heat it up and sit down at the table.
She said
she's eating it while standing in front of the fridge.
She said it was better cold.
Ooh.
She's a cold Italian food person. She'll eat pizza cold. She'll eat pasta the next day cold. She was eating it standing up in front of the refrigerator, commenting on how, just not even commenting out loud to be heard, just mumbling while she's eating.
Can I point something else out?
Yes.
That Fester mocked me.
Well, you mean when you were out there or when you were in the kitchen?
Nope, there's video of this.
I bet.
Yeah, the Diet Coke.
The Diet Coke in the decanter.
You are such a hillbilly, dude.
Fester mocked me. I had 2 nice Italian wines. I had a Brunello and a Barolo. I had 2 great Italian wines, and I believe in decanting most wines.
What does that do, Miles?
It lets the wine breathe. It just introduces air, and
wine
it allows
breathes now. Okay.
it allows the wine to open up.
So wine has lungs, you're saying?
It's amazing. If you get a good bottle of wine at a restaurant, the odds are that you're not in that restaurant anywhere near long enough to really let that wine sit and breathe and really get to its fullest. That's kind of one of the, the deals. And listen, I love going to restaurants, but
I noticed that.
You really need a wine in many cases to really kind of decant for at least like 45 minutes, an hour.
Did you notice when he opened that bottle, it was like, I could breathe. Am I good? Can you guys drink me yet?
So I had the decanter on the table, and we had emptied one of the decanters of the fine Italian wine that we had at dinner, and then Fester proceeds to whip out a 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke that he brought himself.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Fester,
I brought it.
Fester, in the middle of dinner, whips out his own bottle of Diet Coke that he brought.
Did you pull that out of your pants?
Smuggled into my house. Fester brings his own Diet Coke, and then he's mocking me by pouring the Diet Coke into my wine decanter, and he's talking about having to decant the Diet Coke. You're mocking me.
Of course I am. You're walking around here with these fancy wines. If you want to go to MJ's house, you're going to drink either one of his bottled waters, which are what? The bubbly or the flat, right?
We like San Benedetto. We've got the flat San Benedetto or the sparkling San Benedetto.
Why'd you hand me the garden hose?
Or are you going to drink red wine or an appropriate wine? And listen,
by the
frankly,
way, San Pellegrino's too salty. It's just too much sodium.
I actually put
Water's
salt
salty?
into the water you served. I was like, do you have any salt for this water? I just took a big glass of Tampa Bay water, and it was delicious. No, MJ, listen, I'm not a wine guy. We've gone out to dinner before, and you're like, should I get a bottle of wine? I'm like, it's wasted on me because I don't appreciate the wine like you do. And he brings out this big decanter that looks like a horseshoe with a midget side.
It looks like a bong.
It's like a swan. It's a nice looking swan wine decanter. So I want to play this here. I want to play the audio because I saw what Fester was doing, and I quickly grabbed my camera and rolled video on this thing. All right, so I want to play this from the beginning. All right, here we go. You ready? And here it is.
He's decanting the 2021 Diet Coke. Stop!
It's a reserve collection. It's the Diet Coke.
So this is Fester.
Here's the beginning.
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
I'm decanting the Diet Coke. I'm letting it breathe.
What are you doing?
All right, so I shot video. I saw what he was doing, and I quickly grabbed my camera off the table, hit record, and you can see it's all herky-jerky in the beginning. And then I'm like watching Fester like make a mockery out of my wine decanting methods.
Yes.
How was the
deservedly so.
Coke? Did the
By
Coke
the way,
breathe?
that video is also on my Instagram account at Certified Todd Schnitt, Certified TODDSCHNITTC. The video of Fester mocking me, and then also give me a follow. Hey, Coop, also put the video up at MJMorningShow.com. All right, on to Froggy. Froggy, your thoughts of our MJ Morning Show dinner on Saturday night at my house?
I thought the food was fantastic. I was highly surprised.
Oh, nothing negative from Froggy.
Then
Oh.
midnight came around.
You weren't there at midnight?
I'm talking about when I was at home and the stomach cramp started.
Oh, will you stop it?
I was like, oh my God. You know that scene from Alien when the thing comes out of his stomach?
The thing's moving under your skin.
Oh, I felt like a meatball alien was going to come out of my stomach.
No, you do.
Like with spaghetti arms and legs.
Please stop it.
But after that passed, like a kidney stone, I was fine. It was great. Fantastic. Let's do it again in like 5 years.
That's it? That's your review?
No, and it was a fun night. I brought my dock camera to look under your dock in the water, and there's nothing underneath there. It looked like a body part or something, like an arm or something. But other than that, nothing.
No, that was on the other side of Tampa Bay.
But it was very nice. It was a nice night. It was nice company.
Yeah.
Very nice.
How about the gifts?
Well, we'll get to that in a second. Let me get to Coop first. All right, Coop, review of our Saturday night. Coop, of course, our Generation Z producer who just turned 24 and invited Coop as well. Coop, any observations?
Well, as you know, I know quality because I used to work at Olive Garden.
That's right.
So I wrote a couple notes.
Oh, he wrote notes.
I'm going to tell you right now that my pasta and pomodoro is better than anything on the menu at Olive Garden. I'm telling you that right
Those
now.
are big words.
Okay,
I'm calling Olive Garden out.
my first note. There was a significant lack of breadsticks. I didn't see any breadsticks on the table.
There were none.
I didn't have the endless bowl of breadsticks.
It was a carb-free night except the pasta.
We did have endless salad, though. We had an endless salad bowl. We had a giant aluminum or stainless steel salad bowl. But
we had horrible tomatoes and mozzarella cheese.
But
no, it wasn't horrible. It was good, but it was so little.
Every single one was that was an appetizer.
I could have ate 100 of those things.
Yeah,
I did eat 100 of them.
That's why we made like 100 of them. Michelle had a great recipe for little mozzarella pearls with grape tomatoes on a little bamboo skewer, and then it was drizzled with a balsamic reduction deal. And that was an appetizer. And you guys went through like 100 of those. Every single one was. I was complaining to Michelle, man, how many of these things do you have? How many are we making? And again, we made those by hand as well. And with NSF certified food service gloves.
Thank God.
And Michelle was giving me a hard time. When you guys left, and you were yelling and complaining that we had too many of the mozzarella tomato things. And she all weekend long, she wouldn't let me live that down.
Did you see how many skewers I had left in my cup?
150.
I know.
You had more skewers left over than we actually had. I don't know, where did you bring those from home? But the appetizers totally went. All right, so yes, I did not have breadsticks, Coop, because I figured that we had 4 pounds of pasta. That's enough carbs. I didn't think we needed additional bread on top of the pasta.
Well, we'll get to the pasta and the sauce in a second.
All right.
Here's note number 2. There was endless salad.
Yes.
With, according to Fester, a lot of radishes, which there was.
A hella ton of radishes.
But
yes,
there was no endless soup.
Oh,
no endless soup option. I would have been fine with one, maybe a chicken gnocchi or a minestrone, but there was nothing.
Okay, all right.
No soup option.
A chicken gnocchi.
So I got Coop going through the Olive Garden playbook here since he was a server there for a year.
I'm almost done.
All right, go ahead.
Almost.
Yes.
Where was the guy with the cheese grater asking me to just say when?
That's right. That's right.
Say when.
I had the microplane cheese. Did you not see the cheese?
I did, but it wasn't in a cheese grater.
Yeah, it was self-serve.
Yeah.
You didn't have a little guy coming around.
I microplaned the Sartori award-winning Parmesan from Wisconsin. By the way, the Sartori Parmesan, it beat out Italian parms in a big parm off about 5 years ago. Sartori makes great the Sarvecchio Sartori is amazing parm, and I microplaned that myself into the side dish. So there was all the parm you wanted to take to sprinkle on your pasta.
Well, you could have asked me. I stole one of those cheese graters from when I worked there, so I could have brought one. Make your life a little bit easier.
Hey, now we know.
All right.
Now we know.
And what else?
Okay, so for the sauce, it was 1,000. I give it 1,000 points. So
Really?
it makes up for all of the stuff that you lacked. The sauce was really good.
Okay.
And do you notice how the pasta was cooked al dente?
What does that mean?
A little bit of a bite.
Wait, you
to
didn't
it.
use a microwave?
So
Is that Ronzoni?
No microwaves were used in that dinner.
All
at
right,
all.
well, I got to reevaluate this.
Coop, if you had to compare 2 meals, 1, the meal we had at MJ's house, 2, the tour of Italy.
At
At
Olive Garden.
I don't know. The tour of Italy, you get half a slice of lasagna, chicken parm, and fettuccine alfredo.
That sounds really good.
That's a tough decision there.
Yeah, that's really good.
like most of those dishes are not even eaten in Italy. There's no chicken parm in Italy.
I'm sure there's somewhere.
That's an American deal.
Somewhere there's chicken parm in Italy.
Yeah.
I'll bet you $1 million.
But no, I had a great time at the dinner. It was good.
All right, very good.